Remember in Overwatch 1, the coin flip, and also Gibraltar had 3 capture points on first point, or 4. No, so you had the thing under the bridge with a capture point for a little while. I'm not going crazy. Do you remember that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember that at all.
That is really old, but in the beginning, you would go coin flip, you would get attack and always cap, because it's impossible to not get it under the bridge.
I don't remember that too much in Gibraltar, but it probably did happen. It's been 8 years. At this point,
remember when a game mechanic on Watchpoint Gibraltar was that the entire defending team is just perma flashbanged? That was my favorite.
I remember when Gibraltar had a bug where you had to cap third point on overtime to win, like if you were an attack on coins.
Oh, so, yeah. Remember when they first made it so that remember how before on capture points you used to have to capture the whole capture point for it to mean anything?
Yeah, I remember.
When they first made it so that you can just have a little bit of progress and then it'll count. But this is before the tick system existed. So you just had to get like 0.1% progress.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
And then for a week, the meta was just going Sombra and touching point when nobody else was on it.
Yeah, you had
know what I missed?
10 points. Yeah.
Sombra playstyle where you just hack health packs and farm team fight.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
That was
on
fun.
2CP.
Fun.
Yeah, but it was really boring for the Sombra. You only play her to cap point. That's farm.
You remember Anubis, hack the health pack, take damage, rinse and repeat.
Do you remember stacking Symmetra shield generator and Torgrim armor packs? And Brigitte Rally, because Brig Rally would sit infinitely, and it was armor. And you have 500, like you would have a Zen with like 300 armor.
You did 400 HP Zen, yeah, I remember.
Whenever armor was under the shield.
Yes.
Shield gen spot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in the bedroom.
You used to have a fucking 450 HP Zen.
Well, on Volskaya, you could put it in a spot where you couldn't ever get to it. So it was a constant shield gen that never got destroyed. You'd have to go out of your way for 2 minutes to destroy it.
Remember the little Reaper souls you had to collect instead of lifesteal?
Yeah, I was ranked 2 on console during that. Just saying.
I was a Reaper main too back in the day.
I was actually the GOAT Reaper during that time because I thought I was the smartest on the planet because I would like kill somebody and then I would knew how long the orbs would linger, so I'd leave them there for a bit and then like keep going for kills. And then once I started getting kind of low, you know, then I'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna go collect the orb. So I thought I was a f***ing genius for that.
Thank you.
Hell, I was ranked 1 in Overwatch for Silver 76 for a while.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember checking my overbuff stats. I was like, overbuff.
Well, it actually mattered at one point because there's no private profiles.
It did. Yeah.
Dude, I had
remember no private profile.
Sombra May Echo in my title.
I lost my rank 1 game 4 times in Nepal.
I remember when I lost my rank 1 game? That was a f***ing blast.
Well, everybody was trying their hardest in our team. So.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that we got that far with all of these games that was like that,
with Brian Zarya too,
we actually legitimately won like 6 5v6s at one point.
Oh, it was a treat. And then it happened. Hollywood, it was time. Nope.
Well, that was just like an impossible game. It was f***ing cloudy, so like on the f***ing Rhine mirror, like it was at best a f***ing even match at that time. And then I forget who their off tank was, but it was like their off tank was also super f***ing good. And then we had literally like someone hard trolling, like actually trying to throw, and like we still almost won.
Almost held it. Yeah, I remember that.
That's heartbreaking.
We tried. I had 4 rank 1 games, and I got Nepal every single time, and I lost Nepal in the last round every single time.
That's tough.
Chat just trolls me about it now because it was going great, and then like one time somebody DC'd right at the end. It was just Nepal. It was great.
I remember I had a game when all the Overwatch players were in LA, and I had 4 Vancouver Titans players in my lobby.
So
and
you're just
their
playing
internet went out, so
Thursday.
half the lobby just f***ing disappeared.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny. And then there were 2 lobbies with Vancouver Titans players, so just like half the ladder just had their games f***ing evaporated.
I remember everyone used to VPN West Coast to get the better games.
I remember when I could choose my region in the launcher instead of VPNing everywhere.
Oh, that was actually nice.
That was good.
I was so upset when they removed it. I actually asked one of the developers to like, I'm like, okay, good answer.
I remember one time Kabaji was like, "You want to play EU?" I'm like, "Sure." I go play an EU game. I immediately get in there, and I have somebody on the other team just telling me to get off EU servers. It's their servers, and I'm not allowed there. I think I played
The same happens when I play in names. I'm like, go back to
like,
you. What the f are you doing?
Oh, but they were like teabagging me, getting really angry. Like, get off my servers! This is our servers! I'm like, dude, I'm just having some fun. I'm like, all right, well, that was fun.
This is always my server.
Yeah. Haven't been there since.
No, you must go back now, or else they won.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You never see NA players on EU, but you always see EU players on NA. It's just that completely different experience.
I mean, I just, dude,
NA experience is just better. I'm sorry.
It is. It's true.
The first time I queued Australian servers,
guys, I'll impede him here. You can use your ults.
Okay, you win that. But yeah, my first game on Australian servers, I had somebody go, "Wait, Ruben, what are you doing here?" I was like, "Dude, I'm just enjoying the scenery. I'm just exploring other servers." And he's like, "I wish for the continued genocide of your people." And I was like, "You know what? You know what? At least he knows his history. At least he knows his history."
No, that's how you know they're actually Australian, because an American would not have known that.
No, I was genuinely happy and impressed. I was like, you know what? At least he's educated. At least he's not an Armenian genocide denier.
Oh, he's won. He's won. Oh, he's won. Oh, he's won. Oh, he's won. He's in the back line. He's won.
Who?
Ranked used to be so much different too, with how like everybody was played it. Like everybody was into it for a long time, and then they added the no decay system, and now it's just like a.
They added what?
The no decay system. So like you just camp ladders. Now the ladder's just like a. Like it's just that you force long queues due to camping the ladder, and then people log on alts, then which makes the bottom side of the ladder not fun for people, and it just turns into like.
This guy okay?
I hate that there's no decay. There's no decay, right? It's so stupid.
No decay for 5 years. 5 years.
So stupid.
Yeah, but they got other things they got to work on. So like it's got to be an order to things.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it. I understand why they don't do it, but it's always going to be on the low priority list. They'll never fix it. And then the alt account issue will still be an issue because like players will. And I don't even blame them. Who wants to wait in a 25-minute queue to get your one?
I mean, there's no.
Rank 10?
I don't think we blame the player. I think we blame the game.
Yeah.
If the game allows you to camp your rank 1, don't just do it and then that's it. Why would you do that?
I don't even blame the player at that point.
What's the point to continue playing if you're already rank 1?
Yeah.
There's zero reason. There's no incentivization yet. And I've always heard like they know it's an issue, but like it's just not a priority. And they can't just turn it on. They don't have like a way like they can't just turn a new they can't just like have an option that says decay. Apparently they have to like make a whole new system or something, and that's just why it will never happen.
Decay, bro. I miss decay.
It just makes the ladder not as competitive. Like
you know what?
Way more competitive games.
You know what I miss? I miss having my rank show up on the bottom left. That was great.
Yeah, that should be there already. That should always be there.
And also
even
getting
just for me.
Yeah, also getting like rank 1 or rank 3 and getting in the lobby and showing it off to everyone. That felt. Now it's like okay, who knows? Who cares? Like you get an
option. It'd still be there.
I think so. It was fun. Like
even
you
for like somebody
bought...
in like gold, like just having it show up bottom left, you can see your rank. It's nice to see.
I mean, the feeling of early Overwatch where I played the game and I remember distinctly like first season or 2. I think I got Linkser on my team or something. I didn't know who it was, but it showed rank 1. I was like, oh my god, this guy is like, whoa. It felt really cool to play with him. It felt really memorable because it was like, I'm playing with a rank 1 player. But now I don't know who's rank 1. I could be playing with 5 like top 10 players, but it doesn't show.
No, you probably are. They're just on their alt account out of voice chat.
Yeah.
I remember so I was new to PC. I came over from console and I got to like 3700, and like I'd swapped from DPS to tank, so I was climbing pretty quickly, and I got a game with Architect. It was a 3700 lobby, and he was rank 2 or rank 1 or some shit, and it was just literally him versus the entire lobby. Like, he was getting a 4 or 5k every fight, and I was like, holy fuck, this guy's actually legit.
You know, why did you become a tank player, Emon and Flats?
I was a DPS player, and then I just
I got bullied into becoming a tank player.
I think most tank players ended up that way. Yeah.
I got bullied. I got harassed every game because I started getting into top 10 lobbies or whatever, and I was locking in Genji Reaper, and the like rank 1, 2 or whatever players would be like, could you let this guy play fucking DPS? What are you doing, bro? You're nobody. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess. And then I slowly transitioned to a tank. Yeah, I was so sad. I was like, okay, I like this character, but I guess I'm gonna fucking fill for them. They're the rank 1. And then because my profile was mostly tank gameplay.
Yeah, like, that's when it's all over.
3 hours of Winston, 2 hours on Genji. People are like, oh, you're a Winston one trick. Why are you playing Genji? I'm like, oh, okay. Me.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And then this is why they made private profiles.
I mean, to be honest, I don't mind private profiles.
No, I don't mind anymore, but it's because everything's changed and you're not used to checking it anymore.
The reason why I became a tank player is because I used to fill a lot, but I think I was in a scrim one time and we were just getting rolled, so I was like, I want to practice some hero, and I went Zarya. I became a tank player.
I have the way I became a tank player.
DPS player light.
Was
maybe we weren't getting rolled, but we were trying different stuff.
Yeah, I probably have like the most on-brand one. I became a tank player out of spite because I was a console player, right? And I used to play Siege professionally, so I had really good aim on console at the time. But then when I came over to PC, like I struggled a lot. And I remember I like met somebody who she was like a 4400 support player, but like just was like off rolling and like high diamond, like low masters type of thing, and was like, oh, like I have like a team, like you should come, like they're like, it's not my like main team, you should come like, like play and hang out because like, you're cool, whatever. And so me and my duo at the time went and played, and it was like a 3700 team, and they were like, oh, we need a tank player, not a DPS player. And I was like, all right, like I'll give it a shot. Like I wasn't like that good at it, and their like owner, quote unquote, of like the team or whatever, flamed me and said I was terrible. Jesus. And then he was like, you're gonna sit out this one and watch, and I'll show you how it's done. He was like a 300 tank player, and like they didn't do that much better with him. Like they did a little bit better, like just not like crazy better. And he was like, that's how it's done. And so I spent about a week learning Reinhardt, and I came back and I absolutely beat this guy's ass like so hard it wasn't even funny. And then that week I went from like 3500 to 4K, and then very slowly got to like the 4200, and then it became a Winston meta, and I had to learn how to play Winston again, because like I knew how to play with Winston, but I didn't know how to play Winston though. So like my primals were terrible, my engages were terrible, and then I had to spend like a week learning that, or 2 weeks learning that, just like learn how to play it at all. And then the whole thing basically became, like a spite things, like I'm gonna be good at tank. And then that guy was playing on like their quote unquote A team, like their other team or whatever, and we started beating them every scrim. Like we started like just outperforming them like crazy. And then that guy like literally tried to be like, nah, he's not actually that good. It's just, they've got synergy because they've been practicing for like 2 weeks. And it's like, well, you guys have been practicing for like 6 months, so like how does that make any sense? And then yeah, that guy quit. Like he like stopped managing their whole team, and I think their like whole group like fell apart. And then I joined like a 4200 team after that, and then I just started playing tank, and that was it.
Yeah, I hated team dynamics. It was so stupid.
Yep.
Something like that I really hate is like when you start losing, people are like, oh, the enemy team are shitters, bro. They're just lucky. I'm like, well, that's not true. We're just playing like shit. Or like people would always try to hype themselves up and be like, oh, we're just so much better than them. Just clear comms, do this, whatever. And I just hated it. I hated all of it, to be honest. I hated scrimming 5 hours a day. I hated the 1 hour VOD reviews or 2 hour VOD reviews.
Oh my god, that was so fucking hard to say.
I hated. I had a team with like 8 coaches. Nobody did anything. I was like, why do we have 8 coaches? I don't understand this. And like we're the bottom of the barrel in NA contenders, but we had 8 coaches, guys. So kid, bro, we're the best, I guess. And
dude, you would have hated me. You would have hated me so bad.
Why?
Because we did really well in OD and we made playoffs, and I don't know if you remember, but remember in OWL season 1, Seagull played D.Va like for a little bit towards the end. There was a play that he on Hanamura second set up a D.Va bomb and got like a 4K and a cap point off of it. And I had the idea that we should come up with like 2 or 3 D.Va bomb spots for that coming week as like just in case spots, and we spent like 3 hours doing it. Everyone was so mad at me. They were like, plus this is the biggest waste of time of all time, because like I was like no, like come here, like we were like talking like Route 60, like it was like we had an idea of what the map pool was gonna be, so we're like okay, like we can look at like Route 66, a couple others, and they were flaming the absolute out of me for wasting their time. And then we had our match and it was 1-to-1 on Route 66, and we had literally an OT. We had to push it like halfway through first, and we had a diva bomb with like literally 6 seconds left. We did the play and got a 3K, and we capped and we won. And I was like, I've never more in my whole life been like, it worked out. It was perfect,
because that is one player being really engaged in, winning and trying to, figure out strategies which work. What I hated was every single day doing 1 hour VOD review where the coach doesn't say anything but like, you need better comms here, you need to shoot
that was
better
the
here,
worst.
Aim better, clear comm, I know what else. Oh yeah, manage space better. When nobody explained anything, they would do these things. It's obvious. Are you stupid?
Yeah,
I can do it better.
My team, so like after a while I ended up joining like a 4,500 goats team like at that time, and I was like a 4,300 Rhyme player, but like I was like very, very good in goats. So they were like, because like we'd scrimmed against them one time and they were like, you're kind of nuts, you should come play for us instead. And I remember one of the first weeks I was there, they had like a paid coach and they asked me to like chip in, but like they said I didn't have to because I was new, because like they were like, you're really new, like we're not gonna ask you to. But I was like, yeah, like if he's good, like maybe, like, maybe I'm willing to learn something. And then they like watched like our footage, and we played Winston like floats for one point, and they're like, yeah, you're not playing Winston properly. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you're Winston, you need to be you need to just play this better, like you're not doing this well. And I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? Like, can you tell me like specifics? And he was like, oh yeah, you bubbled too early. And I was like,
no.
I was like, but I bubbled this, and he was like, yeah, but you probably could have got away without it. And I was like, but I showed like the cooldown that it like blocked or whatever, like whatever cooldown like that I was using it for. And the guy was just like, yeah, just try not using it next time, see what happens. And I was like, but that, I was like, okay, yeah. All right. And that was the only thing we got out of the entire session. We got nothing else. And I was like, how much are you guys paying this guy? Like,
these people got paid?
Yes, it was they were a paid session because they were apparently like a contenders coach or some shit. And I literally said to them, like, you guys are getting fucking scammed. Like, this is dog shit.
I feel like 90% of coaches are just scams, I'll be honest. There's so little good coaches.
There's a few.
Like, really, there is a few, of course. I had a few of them that were really good.
You know who's low-key really good at it? Muma. Muma's really good at it, low-key.
I think a lot of ex-Overwatch League or pro players are like really good. Can end up really good coaches because they understand the team dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Booker, you remember when we played on a team with EQO? That was like the most chill, best time I ever had on a team, because he was so calm, and he just like told us what to do and how we can do it better.
Smart. He knows how to do stuff.
I haven't even played it.
Is that when we had? Is that when teams were able to somehow beat us in that tournament because we had such a stacked roster?
Yes, I remember. Your roster was
like you and me had a Mercy 1v1.
Yeah. We were such a stacked team. I don't know how we lost.
Oh, is that the one where our only kill was me killing Craggy with a damage?
Yeah, because
by Mercy, that was so funny.
You guys look so done.
Yep.
You look so done after that.
I mean, did you hear how that went, Boger, with that tournament, and like why our roster was?
Yeah, we got literally Blizzard came for our throats.
Oh, you were.
We got accused of trying to stack the tournament in our favor for that team.
Yeah.
Bro, we were going in not having a good time. I think our team was me, EQ, Craggy.
Yeah, and we were the ones we got accused. We got accused for stacking our team, and you guys had that team. And we were like, "Hello, are you fucking stupid?" Like,
our team was too stacked.
Our team was
it was like it was gonna be unreal.
And no, because our fifth was actually supposed to be Calvin. We were gonna have Calvin, and we got told like basically if we pick up Calvin, like we're not gonna be allowed like ever to play.
That is crazy.
This is still with me on support, by the way.
Yes, like the roster would have been the exact same. We just would have had Calvin.
Jonas too, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
well Jonas was what they.
You guys remember?
I mean, I don't mind playing with
It was
Jonas.
also already stacked. Like I don't understand. Ours was stacked. Like we had such crazy teams.
We were really stacked. It was insane. It's funny that you guys were in the left. Well, Calvin Pig would have changed everything.
Well, keep in mind this was also with flats on DPS too, no matter what.
I think
It would have been.
No, it would have
Yeah,
been the tryhard roster would have been me or you in support, Seagull and Calvin on DPS, and then one of us being on tank depending on like what map and what meta. That was like the best case scenario tryhard.
I think what happened there was that the Blizzard didn't know who the fuck Craggy and EQ are, or me as well.
Yeah.
They just knew ML7 and stuff. And then for you, they knew everyone from your team because you're all, a lot more popular. And they were like, can't have that. We know these guys are top 500. The others, I don't know, but fuck it. These people.
I got a little message after like, oh, sorry, after we got fucking literally destroyed, and it's like I actually unironically think they thought we were sandbagging at first, like we were trying to like make a point by like throwing. And it's like no,
I was trying.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what's the thing though? Whoever messaged you, like, it's like obviously, like they just see like a top 500 streamer and like they think a top 500 streamer compares to like I don't know, like an XL or whatever. Like oh, their top 500 too is the same rank. It's just.
We did have an OWL player, we had Seagull.
Oh yeah, you got Seagull. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was our OWL player.
For like 20,000.
Yeah. Your OW player was Seagull, who played in season 1, versus EQO, who still played the game and was like still rank 1.
That is so funny.
That's amazing.
We were just playing lobby admin. Like Craggy was just on Sojourn when she was f***ing broken. I was just focusing it.
Yeah, and I'm the one who's supposed to be fighting.
No,
him? Like,
it was so much more broken back then. And EQO was on Tracer, and I was running it down Winston, and ML was just playing Ano Kiri. It was great. Lovely.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's like we explained. They said they told us the rosters. We're like, okay, we're telling you, like it's not.
I remember we specifically told them like, no, you're wrong. Like you're legitimately very wrong, and they did not like that. Like that was one of the. I remember being told very specifically that I was acting hostile, and I was like, you haven't seen Hostile. Genuinely, you have not seen Hostile. You do not like this is bullshit.
You're talking about Bostonian, okay?
I mean, they've changed a lot since then, so it's a little different, but.